Did you know that in poultry farming, poultry feeds sum up to 80% of the total cost of production? Yeah, that's true. And that's one of the reasons why 90% of the poultry farmers who have left poultry farming as a business have been facing for the past so many years. Well, in today's video, I'll be giving you secrets on how you can cut down the total cost of feeds up to 30%. That way, you will be getting huge profits at the end of your poultry farm. So guys, you stick around. So the first way of reducing the cost of feeds is by planting the raw materials that are used in mixing the feeds. These raw materials include the maize, which sum up to 60% of the ingredients used in mixing the feeds. Others include the soya bean, the barley, the sunflower. There are very many, but the major one which are also needed in high quantity is the maize and then the soya beans. The other ingredients like sunflower, they are also needed, but in small quantity, and at times they are very cheap, where you can also buy them. So guys, if you can get land or you have that land, start planting these things on your own. At the end, you will find it very cheap feeding your birds, and you will also be getting huge profits. The second way is that if you don't have enough land that you can plant your maize and then soya, then I suggest you save up your money and buy maize when people are harvesting their maize. And you should go deep in the rural areas or in the villages, since the prices in the rural areas or in the villages are a little bit lower than those one in urban areas. Like for instance, in my area, I am deep in the village, and people nowadays have started harvesting their maize. You know what? The prices are really low. Initially, they were selling maize at 2,000 Uganda shilling. 2,000 Uganda shilling, which was approximately 0.5 US dollars. But right now, the prices have dropped to 600 Uganda shilling. 600 Uganda shilling, which is about 0.16 US dollars, which is really cheap. And much as it has dropped, we still believe that it is going to drop even more downwards. I, as a poultry farmer, I am not saying that I am happy if the maize prices drop, but that is what usually happens when people are harvesting. Things really drop down, and if now there is scarcity, that's when the prices again rise up. So guys, we as poultry farmers should use this opportunity to buy maize and then stock them, that we can use to feed our birds for the next 3 months. That is when the next harvest is ready. That way, it will help us so much to get more money at the end of our project. Before we move to the next one, if this is your first time seeing this face on your screen, my name is Jacob, a passionate farmer about poultry keeping. On this channel, we talk about poultry farming in general. So if you have been one of the people who have been looking for channels that can teach you on how you can run your poultry farm successfully, then you're very lucky because you're in the right area. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified in case I upload any new video. Thanks for doing that. The next way of reducing the total cost of feeds is by supplementing your birds with other feeds. Like for instance, you can give them like leftovers from the kitchen, you can give them like grass, things like that. But this is applicable to birds like the local birds. But if you are doing layers or even broilers, I don't recommend you to use this kind of feeds to your birds, because these birds are very unique and are very sensitive to feeds given to them. The last one is by mixing your own feeds. Guys, the main reason why feeds run up to 80% of the total cost of production is because that most farmers feed their birds 100% with the commercial feeds, which is very expensive. With this, if you can get the right ingredients and then the right quantity that is needed, you must start mixing your own feeds and stop depending much on the commercial feeds. But if you are to mix your feeds, then it needs a little bit of knowledge, and it is somehow very complicated. if you don't know how to mix the feeds. Like for instance, you must know things like roasting the soya before giving it to the birds, because it is very dangerous if you give raw soya to your birds. Things like the percentage of the proteins inside your feeds. You must calculate all the things. That's why I say that it is a little bit complicated. I think this needs a separate video where I'll be teaching you on how you should mix your own chicken feeds. So guys, you stay tuned on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll never miss out in case I upload any new video. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.